glossy. My lip gloss is popping, you know what I'm saying? But hi Capricorn, and welcome to your May reading. A little delayed, but it's okay because you're still getting this message when you're supposed to be receiving it. But as a gentle reminder, this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. But if you clicked on this video because something just compelled you to, understand that you were brought here for a reason. And so I hope you hear all that you need, and definitely do subscribe before you leave. So this month I'm changing it up, as I am I'm a cardinal sign, you know, and I need constant excitement or stimulation in my life. Things have to feel like they are evolving. So I've been guided to pull just one specific card for each zodiac sign this month, as I feel like it's going to essentially just help everybody watching to focus on one card and understand the energy as it can be felt, and really hone in on the one thing that you should be trying to improve upon as you grow into the highest version, the best version of self. Okay, I think it can get a little bit distracting when you have those spreads that are like 3 cards, 6 cards, 9 cards, 12 cards, and there's just so much information coming in. So especially for the newbies that are trying to learn how to read or channel, in a sense, with the cards, it's more helpful this way. So I have shuffled the deck, and the card that jumped out for you guys for the month of May is the Ten of Swords. How perfect is that, right? Saturnian energy here. And I do know Saturn's retrograde, so that may be affecting you guys. That may be affecting the way that you have been perceiving and or thinking about things, especially when it comes to 10th house. With that Saturnian energy, it's all about conformity. Have you been conforming to things that just aren't satisfying you? Okay, you kind of can't do that. You're here to break those societal norms, and maybe you're a little bit conflicted because you're not knowing how to go about doing that. Like, complete the task or complete the mission that you have been given, right? That is in alignment with your soul purpose. Now, if you do have Saturn and Capricorn, then there's issues, there's conflict, because there's a status quo that you have to abide by, right? It's everything by precedent. So this is how it's been, this is how it's always going to be. Maybe other people are trying to put that type of pressure on you. But again, this can just be something internally that you're having to deal with from your upbringing that you're going to have to try to figure out how to overcome. Also with the Swords energy though, I'm getting the sense that you're talking, but you're not really saying what you mean to say. But for some of you guys on the other end of the spectrum that may be perceiving things a little bit more negatively, or have a lot more trouble in their life at the moment, then this is understanding that words are a weapon, you know, very piercing here. So you may have to be careful with what it is that you are saying, because words do hurt. The things that people say about you, especially if you have some sort of connection or had some sort of connection, right? You were bound by affection or just affiliation and developed some type of repertoire with, okay, those things stay with you. But maybe for some of you guys, it is really time with all of the, not all of the planets, but with the really major big planets that are retrograde right now, it's time for you to just release and let go. Okay, once and for all. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that cripple you from being able to really beat the odds, in a sense, and just to prove those people wrong. I don't really like saying that, because you shouldn't ever do anything to prove to anybody that you are capable. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, not everybody is really going to understand the vision, right? Not everybody's going to understand where it is you're trying to take things on a large scale. Okay, because Saturn or Capricorn's house is also associated with agriculture, and you don't just plant in one small area of land to cultivate things. Like, it's very vast. You go far, you go wide, to have more than enough for everybody. And so thinking in terms like that, then it's like, okay, well, maybe you just need to bring it back in and retract a little bit, you know. As with expansion comes retraction. So for those that just don't believe what it is that you are saying, they don't have to anymore. I feel like you guys are going to be overcoming that, right? No longer caring about the opinions of other people who essentially don't provide you any type of financial support, that don't really make your life any easier, that don't or haven't even reaped, how am I trying to say that? They haven't bore any fruit themselves. And so it's not hard now when you switch your mentality and think in terms of that you should only care about the opinion or take advice from those that have bore fruit, because otherwise it's nothing but projections of fear of the opportunities and risks that other people didn't take for whatever reason, because they were okay and comfortable in their life and their role, and how much they made and how much they have done for themselves. But that's not enough for you, right? You don't see yourself, you don't fit in with the norm, okay? Again, going back to that concept of like, this is just what it is and this is how it has been. I have a sense that you guys are really done with, again, the status quo, and just abiding by the typical social order and the way civilization really influences or imprints or conditions people. Okay, now in matters of the heart, it's a little cold. There's some sense of detachment. Okay, this can be a breakup, or this can be somebody asking for space, and it's not something that you expected. Like, it's taking you by surprise. For some of you guys, you have been in a situation where you feel like you have been backstabbed, betrayed, you know, some sense of great loss here with the Ten of Swords. But just understand that it's as bad as it's going to get, but also it's up to you to kind of think differently about the situation. Having space may not be all that terrible. Just because somebody's asking for space doesn't mean that they don't see anything long term with you, that any issues that you're having can't be fixed. That's a falsehood. That's feeding into paranoia. When you're thinking in terms of lack, this is a good time for you to, again, really refocus and concentrate on your career, making sure that you can really complete anything that you may have started in the past 10 months that you may have put on the back burner just to make the relationship more of a priority. It's time for you to get back on track with those things and to finish those things up with the Saturnian energy that is around, okay? But as far as energy and how you can feel this, it can come in terms of feeling pressured, in terms of feeling stress, okay? And because the Swords is like in the backside, like where you carry your tension, you may be feeling it like in the shoulders or in the back or in the lower back. If this is in regards to a relationship that hasn't quite yet manifested, or that has come to some sort of end for the start of something else, you'll feel that sense of like loneliness. Okay, you may be feeling a lot cold. Your body may be cold. I'm getting anemia. Some of you guys may have low iron, and that is like a medical issue. Maybe it's something that you've been dealing with, or maybe it's something that you need to look into because it's been crippling you in some way, like you're not able to be or function at the normal rate that you typically have been. You get cold really easily. You may have certain cravings for like ice or things that are just abnormal in a sense, and so you might need to go and get a checkup. Like, I'm not a doctor, I can't recommend anything or tell you exactly how to fix that, but yeah, that's definitely something that is coming up. So make sure that you are taking care of your health here, that you're not too wrapped up in your career, too involved in other people, that you become too disconnected from your center and your health. Okay, so that's really what is coming through here. No need to be in the fetal position about anything in life. Understand that if you try and you just happen to fail at certain things, namely on the professional front, again, just what the 10th house speaks on, that is still a lesson learned, right? Try again and implement a new method. Okay, this is the best time for you guys to formulate a new strategy. It's okay if you're being turned down with all of these different types of offers or these products or these inventions that you're coming up with. You have all of these brilliant ideas, but nobody's really trying to give you the time of day in that sense. Like, just understand, like, it's okay. And everybody gets rejected, everybody gets turned around. That's just the law of averages, okay? And different people have different averages. So some people may only get turned down 30 times before getting their yes. Some people, you talk to 300 people and only one person gets it, but not to the point where they believe, again, enough in it to provide you with the resources that you may need. And so you get turned down another 300 times. It may take 1,000 no's before you get your yes, but you can't give up or let that really stop you. There was a video, I'm not sure if it's Gary Vaynerchuk, or if it was another individual whose video I came across, but Grant Cardone, maybe. I'm not sure. It was one of those two, but they made a video, and definitely watch some of their material if you need more inspiration, or just like that outsider looking in, a very unbiased opinion. If you're needing something like that, definitely look into their videos, because they speak about you getting excited about being rejected instead of looking at it and taking a hit and it affecting your ego, because business it has nothing to do with you on a personal level. It shouldn't affect your personality and your self-image. Okay, and your self-esteem. It's just something is missing, and you're just constantly going to have to go through that trial and error until it's pitch perfect. You know what I'm saying? So look into that as far as your chakras are concerned. I'm seeing like tinges of blue, so just work again on that throat chakra, that you're not coming off abrasive and using your tongue to like belittle others. So just work on that. But I'm also seeing a little bit of red in there, so get back in touch with your root chakra. Now, if this video did resonate for you, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, subscribe for more, of course. And if you'd like to book a personal private reading with me, you can definitely do that. I'll leave my email here. Starts as low as $10 for a 3-card spread, and just goes up from there, just depending on how much further out you want me to go as far as external environment, as far as other people you may be dealing with. But I'm here for you should you need it. However, if you don't book with me and I don't hear from you in the comment section, then just do take care of yourself until you see me again. Ciao.